Well, we have some good news. Inflation is only running now at 3.2% overall. Well, is that really great news? Because that just means that prices are going up a little bit slower, and that's not true with all prices. That's only true with some prices. And let me remind you of something, okay? This is a 2013 Venezuelan bolivar. How many bolivars? 20. And you could actually convert that into some things. I mean, Venezuela's been in trouble for a while, but you could actually buy something with it. Well, that's not any money anymore because the government says, nope, no money. Now, this is a $500 million bolivar, and you still can't buy anything with it. Do you remember back in the day when you had a silver certificate, and that silver certificate you could convert into this silver dollar? This was used in one place. This was used all across the globe. Oh, how about this gold certificate? What does this say? $10 in gold coin payable to the bearer on demand. And then this gold was used everywhere in the world, not just one little place. We all know that this stuff does not buy you what it once did, but this is now our largest bill. You know, there used to be a $100,000 bill, and out in the public for you and me, there were $10,000, $5,000, $1,000, and $500 bills. So all of this is indicative because what are we going to get soon? $1 trillion? Like what, Zimbabwe? Yeah, Zimbabwe. $10 trillion note, and you can't buy anything with it. We are at the end of this cycle.
All praises and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Ha Rukat Kodash, double honors unto our apostle elders which rule great millstone well, and shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure into the end. Shalom wa abababal. Alright, so as you heard that woman, which she's considered an expert in these things, in these earthly matters, she's telling you that the cycle of money, dealing with the dollar, the fiat currency of America, is over. All right. The next step is the implantable microchip, the mark of the beast. They're going to make it mandatory for buying and selling. And if you take it, it is the condemnation of nuclear destruction is the judgment. Revelation 13, verse 16. And he is dealing with the elite that controlled the money systems, the so-called whites, right? The Caucasians, which are actually Edomites. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. That mark is that implantable digital wallet, the implantable microchip. To receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. That man is the so-called white race, starting with their elite, and his number is 666. And in that little piece of information, it tells you about the history of the build-up to the implantable microchip, because that's in Greek in the original writing, kai zai stigma, and it goes into them branding, then the barcode system, which has 666 in it, and then now they're making draconian laws with pushing the implantable microchip as being mandatory for them able to count the people. Alright? I just want to check one thing real quick, make sure I said it correct. Stigma. Kaizai stigma. Let's see. Yeah. Chi Xi Stigma. Alright? Which is the mark. Alright? But it had history, okay? Which it's Greek. Okay, the Greek alphabet. Chi Xi Stigma. 666. Which that number is in the barcode system. That number is in the draconian law that Esau is pushing with the implantable microchip, which you would scan because there's a barcode system attached to it. And then it all came from the Greek and the Roman, which were the so-called Caucasians back in the day, and they were branding. Okay, that's what the implantable microchip, it's to show that you belong to the red devil, the so-called white man. Which if you take it, right, you accept it, you're going to be destroyed in the lake of fire. Revelation 14:9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast, which that beast is a so-called white man and his beast system, and his image, his beast system, and receive his mark, the implantable microchip, that he's going to make mandatory, in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Ha-Rakakwadash, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire, because America is going to be destroyed with nuclear missiles. It's going to be turned into a lake of fire, with fire and brimstone, in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Which I like to point out that where it says holy angels, it's dealing with the apostles and the prophets. When we're delivered, we're going to look down upon this place out of the so-called UFO. It says, and they're holy angels, which we know the Lamb is Yahweh Shai, but it tells you holy and angels. The word there for holy,
Strong's G40, Hagios. Hagios.
it says most holy thing, a saint. Alright? A saint that comes with a message. Angelos.
Strong's G32, Angelos. Angelos.
Which are the prophets. Alright? It says in 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 9, who shall be punished with everlasting destruction from the presence of the Lord and from the glory of his power, when he shall come to be glorified in his saints, and to be admired in all them that believe, because our testimony, which were Israelite men, right, giving our testimony of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, among you was believed in that day. So we're in that time. We're in the time of the destruction of the so-called white man. So before the destruction of the so-called white man and his kingdom, we have to see this implantable microchip become mandatory for buying and selling as it's been prophesied. All praise and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Ha-Rakakwadash. Double honors unto our apostle elders, which rule great millstone. Wow. Shalom wa abababon.